I think the music stopped. What's going on, everybody?
What's good?
Thank you for tuning in to, excuse me, another episode of Moving the Chains. I am your host, Mr. Mike Wiley, aka the Big 50 Yard Line. Joining me are my brothers, Mr. Philip Hines, aka Mr. Classic, and Mr. Sean Pritchett, aka Mr. MP3. What's good, fellas?
What's good?
Man, it's another Wednesday. It's another episode of Moving the Chains, which means it's another opportunity for us to talk Bears football. Now, y'all know we missed last week, but we had some people that was under the weather, so we had to miss last week's episode. But don't you worry, we ain't gonna let the Bears get off that easy. Oh no.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Have to talk about that Cleveland game before we talk about yesterday's victory. And listen, I just want to say that I was proud when I was watching the rookie play because I was a little worried, but he came through and he kind of redeemed himself, and we're gonna talk about that. But listen, man, let's go ahead and dive right into this thing. Let's talk about this Cleveland game. Sean, I'm gonna pass the ball to you first. What in the world happened in that game?
Matt Nagy happened in that game. His play calling, man, was the worst. You know who you have. First of all, Cleveland is one of the top defensive teams in the NFL today.
Yes, sir.
You know they was coming. They were coming, and you knew they were going to come just like that. And they knew they had a rookie quarterback, so you knew they were coming to put some heat on that boy. So, and he's their champion. He's an Ohio boy,
Yeah.
So it was like, man, we about to just welcome this kid home. And that's exactly what they did. Matt Nagy gave them the key, and they opened the doors and came right on home and told that boy they tore him up. Matt Nagy was to blame for that.
Yep.
Phil, I'm hearing you co-signing, so I'm throwing the ball to you. Do you agree? What happened? What in the world happened during that Cleveland game?
I'm about to co-sign everything my brother Sean just said.
All right.
And I'm done with him. I know we won Sunday, but I am done with Matt Nagy. And did y'all see the press conference Monday after this past game when he was mad because he had to give up the play call to Glazer, and Glazer gave Justin Fields a perfect play calling to do during that game. See, one thing that Nagy's not doing, he did it with Trubisky also. He's not working towards these quarterback strengths, man. If nobody pays attention to that, man, Nagy is one of those guys that think that he knows everything. And what he needs to realize is you don't know nothing. You make yourself look bad. A lot of analysts really consider you one of the worst coaches in the league right now. I mean, hopefully we get it back on track, but I'm ready for Nagy to leave. But I told y'all about that Myles Garrett kid. For Cleveland. I told you he was coming.
Man.
He was coming.
So listen, I have to wholeheartedly agree on everything you guys just said. That being said, I cannot place all of the blame on Nagy. One of the things that we talked about previously, before that game, I said I was worried about. It was a couple of things I was worried about. I was worried about the O-line, and I was worried about that secondary. Now, I will say that for the most part, they were kind of. Actually, I can't even say that. I mean, look, you look at the stats, right? Now, that game, we scored a field goal in the first, the field goal in third quarter. That's the only thing that we scored. Only score we had. Cleveland scored 10 points. They didn't score anything in the first. They scored 10 in the second. They only scored 3. They scored 3 in the third, and then they scored 13 in the fourth. Now, we were kind of holding them for a minute. Because you got to remember, Chicago had some sacks too that day. But Cleveland got to that kid 9 times.
And that I O-line was horrible that day, Mike. Horrible.
9 times they put that kid down.
They had the key.
9.
Nagy gave it to him.
I'm gonna say it just for the people that's up there in the cheap seats. 9 times.
They heard you, Mike. They heard you.
O-line let them get through and get to that kid.
And Peter's about 60 years old.
9.
I know you're a future Hall of Famer and a former All-Pro offensive lineman and all that, but Myles Garrett, them, and Davius Clowney, them, was using him like he was a rag doll.
Man, look.
But you gotta remember, he been leased since like 19. He been leased for like 19 years.
I mean, I can't even explain. I watched that game in horror because I sat up there and I honestly thought, we're going to win 5 games this year. That's what I said after watching that game. I said, we might win 5. If they're going to play like this, we might win 5 games. And I honestly was just like, you know what? Maybe we were too quick to say, put this kid in. I thought that. But then I looked at it and I was like, well, you know what? I can't completely blame him. Because if you look, like I even said it in the post, I said, this kid ran a 40 in 4.4 seconds. 4.4 seconds, he ran a 40. So him not being able to move or him not being mobile isn't the question. The thing is that he had no time to make a play. Somebody actually came on my post and was just like, well, Justin got to make he got to make the plays. I said, when did he have time to make a play? As soon as that ball was snapped, it was the dude in his face.
Exactly.
Tom Brady got one of the quickest release in the NFL. If I'm not mistaken, I think he throws at about 2.5 seconds or something like that on an average. 2.5 seconds. And that's with the O-line giving him the time. Justin Fields did not have the time.
He didn't have no time at all, Mike.
None. That O-line was absolutely trash.
Horrible.
I was like, what? I'm like, it was, dude, I swear to you, I thought I was watching a high school game. Because that's
Montgomery is out for 5 weeks, Mike.
What? No, don't tell me that.
Yes. He's out. Listen, you want to hear a story? We went to this spot called Mulligan's out here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they had a big screen TV and they had ESPN on there. So I look up and they say Bears running back David Montgomery is out for 4 to 5 weeks. I was in there like, oh no, and all the people looked at me crazy. I forgot I'm in Packerville.
Right, you in Packerville, man. They was probably cheering.
Jackie was like, sit down.
Look
sit down. I'm like, oh no, 4 5 weeks, no.
Listen to these stats.
I think Williams gonna come in though, and
he's good though.
I was just about to say that. I'm not so much as worried because Williams, he might put in some work.
Yeah, he gonna put some work in. It really all depends on line though, fellas.
And man, I'm telling you, that's what it's gonna boil down to. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if I have to, the defense actually did not play that bad in the Cleveland game.
No, defense.
They just got tired.
They got tired. And that's what it was. It was just like, man, listen, we held them off as long as we could. Y'all got to put some points on the board. You got to get something.
After a while, the 3-and-out will wear and tear on your defense if the offense steady doing 3-and-out.
And that's what it was.
And can't do nothing.
Constant 3-and-outs.
Look.
Yeah, we couldn't do nothing that game, y'all.
No.
Nothing.
Justin Fields was 6 for 20 in that game for a total of 68 yards.
Yep.
Montgomery, he only had 10 touches for 34 yards, but he only had 2 receptions for 21 yards. On Cleveland side, you had Kareem Hunt. He had 6 touches for 74 yards. Chubb actually he had 22 carries for 84 yards, and Mayfield did okay. He was 19 for 31. He threw for 246 yards, and he had 1 touchdown. Neither quarterback had any interceptions. So it all came down to, and I don't know. And I'm like, and then there was some things like I saw. It was almost like you saw the nervousness in Fields when he was playing. Yeah. Some of the decisions he was making, like it was more so out of fear and not out of.
He got tired of getting hit.
Yeah, man. It was just
like you see them big old dudes coming at you, man. It's like,
after that third time, he was just like, man, look here. I can't do it.
You notice something, man. Fields still, I'm noticing something. He's still not happy.
You think so?
Yeah, and the reason he's still not happy is because of the fact I figured it out. It's what Nagy said. Nagy said Dalton is still the starter.
Yeah, okay. you know, Nagy just said that when Dalton is healthy, he's still the starter.
And so that I think that took away that would take away from your excitement of being on the field when you know that I'm still not the starter.
So I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you.
I'm tired of him, y'all. I'm tired, Mike.
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys about that. Like, do you after the performance that after his game this past Sunday, do you think that he should be named the starter?
Yep.
Who? Dalton?
Fields, absolutely.
You might as well keep Fields out there, Mike. I mean, come on, man. The boy that went through the storm.
Be your fallback.
And be real with you, Dalton and Foles have been helping the kid on the sideline and in practice. But to take that kid out right now and take him back to the bench, you don't know what they might do for his game. The boy has been through the fire, y'all. Keep that boy out there, man. You might as well keep him out there.
I think you need him out there because he put the Bears in position to win. If Dalton is in that game, Dalton's gonna take those sacks, and we lose against Detroit.
Thank you.
Period, point blank. It was because of Field moving out of that pocket. Field rushed in for a touchdown.
Thank you, Glazer.
Yeah, move. You know what I'm saying? Moving around, making some good passes to Mooney and great passes to Mooney and to Robinson. Those put position that put the Bears in position, and we won the game. Andy Dalton is not about to do all that.
And like I said, that's what really irritates me about Nagy, man. I understand. I'm not, Mike, you said don't put all the blame on him. But for a person that came in here as this offensive guru, the man behind McCombs and all that. So, what you say?
I thought I heard a radio or something in the background. I heard voices. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
For a guy that's supposed to be this big offensive guru, he haven't shown me nothing other than I mean, come on, man. I mean, to be honest with you, folks was calling Trubisky trash.
So before we go there, if that's the case, then can we honestly say that Dalton would not do any better? Because if we're blaming, and the only reason why I'm asking is because if we're blaming Nagy for his play calling, right? Are we saying that even if somebody else called the plays, Dalton wouldn't do better than Fields would do?
Well, Dalton would do better if Nagy not calling those plays, because they would create plays for a pocket quarterback. But Nagy is horrible because of the fact he didn't make what I'm noticing now even more. He didn't create plays for Mitch and Fields type of playing. He act like we have the O-line of the New Orleans Saints or Tampa Bay or Green Bay Packers. He act like we have that O-line. Like they just gonna keep the quarterback in that pocket for all them seconds until he feel like throwing the ball.
Right.
We don't have that. And so you have to make plays. You have to create plays that get your quarterback on out of there. If he gonna stay in the pocket, you got to put more men on that line. You got to put a tight end or a running back on the corner on the end to make sure that those guys on the end is not getting to your quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do that.
So, Phil, since you mentioned Mitch Trubisky, let me ask you this. Does Chicago owe Trubisky an apology?
You asking Phil that?
Are we saying that maybe Trubisky wasn't as trash as we thought, and that it
Yes,
really was
I'm saying that, Mike.
horrible
I
play
am
calling?
saying that, Mike. I am saying
Really?
that, Mike. And you want to know why I say that? In that preseason, and even though it was a preseason game, Mike, it was a preseason game. But you got to remember, in that little time, Trubisky was shredding our first string defense.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man, Matt Nagy play calling is horrible, man. It's horrible. And it's time for us to realize that, Mike. Seriously. It really is time for us to realize how horrible play calling Nagy is. Because, you know, Trubisky was trash to everybody. And we have to really sit back and think, like, was this kid really trash? Or was it just we got a coach that think he know everything, but he don't know anything?
Yeah.
So I think we do owe him. Brian Clark apologized to him on ESPN. Get up one day. Matter of fact, after we lost to Cleveland, he got ESPN and said, "Mitch, I'm sorry. I thought it was you, but it's your coach." The coach, Mike. I'm telling you, Mike, brother-in-law, listen to me. Nagy is one of those, I'm the smartest person in the room. Guys, if y'all would have saw his press conference after this last game, he was pissed that he turned over play calling to Glazer. I'm the coach and it all falls on me and I have the last say so. And the way he was saying it, like, why are you so mad, homie?
It all goes through me. Okay, it all goes. It all goes through me. It goes through me.
I'm like, why is you so mad, dude? We won. I mean, but I guess because we won, but we didn't. You know, he wasn't a guy that called the plays. But like I said, man, I'm diehard Bears to going to the grave.
Well, let's be honest with you. You was a Trubisky fan too.
I was a big Trubisky fan.
You was a real Mitch. You were a big
Trubisky
fan.
I
don't know, man. It's like that. That's, you know, saying that we owe Mitch an apology because it wasn't necessarily him, but it was Nagy's play calling. That puts a whole different perspective on Trubisky's tenure while he was here. And it begs the question, would he have done better with a better coach?
Yep.
Mike, the boy showed flashes, Mike. Trubisky showed flashes.
I know.
Yeah. He showed, but it was like I said, man, I don't know what type of play calling this guy is doing, but I just don't want him to crush the young brother. I'm gonna be real with you, man. I truly feel that we have found our quarterback with Justin Fields. That's just me. I can't speak for nobody else, but I think that Justin Fields is our future at the quarterback helm. So we need somebody that's going to protect him and make sure. That boy got sacked 9 times, y'all. 9 times.
That makes sense.
You ain't trying to move him,
man.
You ain't trying to move him. The boy is fast. Did y'all see that first down he did last Sunday?
Yeah, it was dope.
He hit that corner edge, and you know, he got speed, y'all. Nagy, for some reason, he thinks that this scheme that he got is a scheme, I guess, because it worked in Kansas City or something. But no, man, I'm not with that.
So, in all fairness,
come on.
If we're saying that Nagy was the reason that Trubisky wasn't successful,
no, I'm not saying all that. Like,
I mean, but the way
still was a bum.
But the way
he still threw interceptions.
He's still a bum.
Yeah, he still was a bum. He threw some. He made some. Why you making that
He had
play?
little J Cutler in him. He had little J
Yeah.
Cutler in him. He had
Yeah.
little J
He
Cutler
had
in him.
some- he
Hey,
had some
Mike,
Cuddy
don't
in him.
laugh hard, man. You know J Cutler was my guy.
He had some J Cuddy in him.
He had a little
He had-
Cuddy in him.
J. Cuddy.
He had
He
a
had a
little
little
Cuddy in him.
inconsistency in him. Okay,
Let me tell
but
y'all something, Brett.
so my question is though, if we're saying that Trubisky could maybe possibly have been more successful had Nagy not been the one calling the plays, should we just write Dalton off then and saying no, go ahead and give it to Fields, let him start. He showed flashes of greatness this past Sunday. He showed he can, what he can do. Should we give Dalton his job back when he gets better, or should they just go forward and just say, nope, Fields is our starter?
He in the
I'ma throw
fire
that to
now,
you.
y'all. He in the fire.
Yeah, you can't. You gotta let him go ahead and stay in that fight. You don't let him get beat up.
Exactly. He in the fire.
It's like you know what I'm saying. I don't have any kids or boys especially, but it's like, but I know about this for sure. It's like if your son into a fight, he get beat up first time, or if he trying to run from some one person trying to fight him, you don't be like, all right, come on in, I got you. No, you go out there and fight.
Exactly.
You lose, but you in the fight now. We ain't pulling you back in right now. Now, if a whole lot of people trying to jump you, that's a different story. If a whole lot of teams beating up on Justin Field, that's a different story. But we ain't running now. You don't lost your first fight, but you came up and won your second fight. You're a fighter now. You in
and
the
that's
fight.
why you keep him in there. It's like for everything Sean just said. And matter of fact, I agree with everything Sean just said verbatim. The boy been in the fire. You take him out, man. You don't know what they might do for his psyche, Mike.
Yep.
This boy done got sacked 9 times, man. It can't get no worse than that. And then he came back. I know it was against Detroit.
Don't get worse.
I know it was against Detroit, but for him to get sacked that many times and come back that following Sunday, have a decent game, that shows
builds something.
Character. Yeah, that shows you that kid's character.
Yeah.
Because some people would have folded.
I'm telling you.
Some people would have folded.
You get hit in the face your first time, it's gonna hurt. If I'm telling you, I'm relating it to the fight. If I save you every other time now, because I don't want you to get hit in the face, the next time you get out there and you get hit in the face, it's gonna hurt just as bad.
Yeah.
But if you get out there, you get hit in the face, you see how it hurt. Pretty soon you're gonna get immune to those hits and be able to still tough it out and win and win that fight. That's what Fields got to do. If we pull him out now, when we put him back in there, them hits gonna hurt him.
Yeah.
Them hits gonna hurt.
And they moved him. They got that boy out their pocket.
Yep.
Use that boy legs, man. And them some decent throws he threw too, though, Sunday. Okay. That's what me and Sean trying to tell you the week before last.
Mm-hmm.
The boy got it. He got that stuff.
So let's talk about Sunday's game then. So we went against a divisional rival, which was Detroit. They were 0-3 coming into this game.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Goff actually he was 24 for 38 for 299 yards. He threw 2 touchdowns. Fields was actually pretty good. He was 11 for 17 for 209. He did throw 1 interception. He didn't throw for any touchdowns. Montgomery, he had 23. Man, he had 23 carries for 106 yards for 2 touchdowns. And Mooney actually had 5 touches for 100, and he had five touches for 125 yards. So he definitely had a target in Mooney when he was playing. And
I think he's starting to like Mooney too.
Yeah, I do. I will say
good.
this. One thing I will say is that he had at least 4 passes that was 20 plus yards.
Yeah.
I mean, and they were nice passes too, man. He had one where he threaded like two defenders with no problem. And I mean, listen, one of my biggest gripes from watching Trubisky at times and even watching Dalton is that it was always these little 7 yards here, 6 yards here, 8 yards, 8 yards here. I'm like, I just want to see one of these guys just open up, because that's what's going. When you can move 7 plays, 65 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes and some odd seconds, putting points on the board. That's what's going to win games. You can't sit up there and hold the ball for almost 20 minutes and do like 13 and doing like 15 plays and only going 65 yards. It's like, come on, we can't do it.
It ain't gonna work.
So seeing what we've seen though against the Lions, and again, they were 0-3. Should we get excited? Is this something we should, Sean? Should we get excited?
Yep, they're still an NFL team. Any given Sunday, you still an NFL team. I understand they the Lions and they 0-3, but they still an NFL team. That's what it is.
Mike, look at Mike.
They still NFL team, Mike.
Mike is ignorant.
They still an NFL team, Mike. They still an NFL team.
I say, you know what, Mike? I say this. I say I'm excited that the kid bounced back from what he had to go through against Cleveland.
I'll give you that.
That shows some character, y'all. I'm talking about
absolutely. Now you know what? I would absolutely give you that. So let me ask you a question then. If they were against, say, I don't know, the Dolphins.
You know, we just traded for one of the receivers, right?
I know. I'm just saying it's because here's why. You look at who do the Cowboys just beat? Jacksonville,
Carolina.
Everybody was talking about Carolina, right? Carolina this, Carolina that. They defense is this, they defense is that. But when you look at the teams that they were going up against and the teams that they beat, who did they really beat for us to say, man, Carolina is that team? So a lot of people look at Dallas's victory against Carolina like, yeah, you won against Carolina. It's like, it's not like they actually beat great teams. They beat okay teams. And I get it. Their teams is in the NFL, but let's not pretend like they ain't some bum NFL teams. All I'm saying is that, and I understand that it's any given Sunday, but Detroit was 0-3 coming into this match. Should we get that? What are we talking about? 10? What are we talking? 11-6 this year?
We're talking about playoffs.
10-7. We talking playoffs this year?
We're talking playoffs.
We talking playoffs this year, man. I'm a Bears fan. I'm always not listen to me.
Who in our division gonna beat us?
Let me tell you something. Really, all we got worried about is Green Bay.
We only got to worry about them.
We ain't got to worry about.
Nah,
man, we got to worry about no Minnesota, no Detroit.
We beat ourselves with Green Bay. It's not like Green Bay just there's no hope. Every time we play them, we beat ourselves. This won't be the same time.
We just got to stop Aaron Rodgers from getting a big. You know, Sean, that we always be in the game, and somehow that chump always breaks with some big play that takes over the game. He always does that to us. Aaron Rodgers punk behind.
The Bears. That's why I said we beat ourselves because we let him feel that he got some type of thing over the Bears, like he just that dominant. He
own us.
Yeah, he don't own us.
And that's the mentality that some Bears. I think that man been beating us for so long, Mike, that I think that it's a mental thing with our players. Like that's Aaron Rodgers, so we don't have a chance. But you shouldn't think
I think if historically speaking, and And here's a fun fact. When you look at the Bears and the Packers, they've met a total of 202 times, right?
Oldest rivalry in the league.
And they met twice in the postseason. Out of those 202 times, how many games do you think the Bears won?
I know it's close. It's close. I mean, it's not like they like run. They done ran with it recently in the past couple of years, but it was close for a minute. I don't know. I don't know the record now, but it was close for a minute.
The Packers have actually only, out of the 202 games that they played, Packers only won 101 of them.
Yeah, I thought it was.
The Bears have won 95, and we actually tied 6 times with them. So agreed. It's not like the Packers have just dominated the Bears like always. I mean, historically speaking, yes, we're almost split down the middle. As of recent years, it seemed like they always have our number, but that being said, it's not like this rivalry has been going on for a while, and they're only up in terms of victories only by about 6 games, which is actually, not so bad. So
I knew it was I knew it had to be close because it's only been recently with Aaron Rodgers that they didn't win the streak of beating us like that. Because at one point, because we had Urlacher and all them, we was owning the Packers.
Right.
Do you know who's gonna get Aaron Rodgers this year?
Who?
He got 2 guys he got to worry about. One being the Mac Attack, and the other one being Quinn. That's 2. Those are 2 guys you got to worry about coming at you because they both somebody's going to come, and they lucky that Hicks is not there. I don't know how long Hicks got.
They better be careful with Roquan Smith too, Sean.
That's what I'm saying. Like you got Quinn, you got Mac, you got Roquan, and you have Hicks. Those are monsters of the midway right there.
Yes, sir.
And they do not want to get caught up. He's gonna see one of them, and it's not gonna be nice. That I don't know how long.
Go ahead, sir.
I don't know how long Hicks got. I hope he be back by then. But because Hicks he's crazy. He's boy. Do you ever watch him play, boy? You don't want to get hit by him because he coming at you like you done stole something from him.
And Roquan, man, look, I still think we need some help. I still think our secondary need to step up a little bit. But I will say these last 2 games, I've been pretty impressed with how they've been doing. Like Sunday, I saw some flashes of Mac, man. We have been talking about it. Mac needs to get into the game. He needs to be more of an impact. He was there. He was there Sunday. He was getting at him, and he was putting that pressure on him. I was like, all right, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, and I appreciate it. So listen, I'm always, I told Sean this the other day when I posted. I put the post up there. He immediately responded, "Don't do that, Mike." I was like, "I'm just saying, it's Detroit." I'm like, "Don't get excited. We playing Detroit." He's like, "Don't do that, Mike. Don't do that." I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
And
you gotta relax.
We would have lost.
You gotta relax.
We would have lost.
My thing is,
if we would have lost, people were gonna talk junk if we lost.
Absolutely. But like I said, I am a realist more so than I am a fan. And because sometimes I believe that our fandom can blind us to certain things, right? And and because we are so devoted and because we love the team the way that we do, it's just like when you're in a relationship. You don't see all the crazy when you're in love with that person. It ain't until later on down the line when you realize, like, okay, this chick is nuts. This is the same thing when you look at the Bears. When you've been in a relationship, we've been in a relationship with the Bears for so long. It's just like we know what's wrong.
They like a bear. They like a stormy relationship.
Yes, and it's just like, oh my god, we know what's wrong, and it's like them miss. And really, if I'm gonna be honest with you, them missing tackles have been something that's been going on for the last few years.
Oh man, that hurt, and that hurts the Bears too because we miss some key tackles on
We be
Sunday.
missing key tackles, bro.
Yeah,
tackles like it's some like fundamental type tackles we missing.
Yeah, like our key star players like Eddie Jackson. You missing tackles?
Come on, man. And then there was one dude that totally blew. What was oh my god, who was that blew that play when what's his name just walked into the end zone?
What game?
This was Sunday's game.
Oh, that was was it Gibson? It wasn't Gibson. It wasn't Eddie. It was the other. It was the what's the other safety name? I know what play you talking about. You talking about that Detroit tight end.
He totally blew that assignment, man. He didn't even go. That dude just walked into the end zone. I'm like, was nobody on him? Nobody.
Right.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that. Those are mistakes that we can't afford to make against not only a Detroit Lions, but just think of if another team, a higher caliber NFL team, Sean, if another team
who we about to play Sunday.
Who are we playing Sunday? We
play the Raiders Sunday.
We play the Raiders.
Play the Raiders.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a test for us, offensively and defensively.
I really don't like that test.
Raiders have a good team.
I don't know.
We got 2 back-to-back tests though, man. We got Raiders.
We got one. We got like one of the hardest schedules in the league this year.
I know.
Man, I'm nervous. I'm not nervous, but
the Raiders I'm kind of worried about. I'm gonna be honest with you, not so much about Green Bay. Because I'm like,
I'm not worried about Green Bay.
I'm like, I'm like feeling that aspect. It's like, Aaron Rodgers. Don't get me wrong, Aaron Rodgers is good, but
you get in his head, he's done.
Exactly. And I've seen too many. I've seen too many teams that didn't expose young double discount Rodgers and had him not playing too well.
Because they in Chicago this first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. See,
week 11. And you know what? I think that's who we got Monday night. Somebody we got Monday night. We got
when?
Hold on, let me pull up
the schedule. I was just looking at the schedule. Just up in that Mulligan's Barn Grill place.
I'll pull up the schedule.
Who was it? Yeah, pull it up real quick.
That's not the Steelers, is it? No.
No, it's not the Steelers. I don't know. What's it? I don't know if it was an AFC team or not.
And that's the part is I just had the schedule up here. Hold on a second.
I don't know if it was AFC. I don't know that. I don't know if it's an AFC team or NFL. I don't know who it is, but I think it was an AFC team.
All right, so let's see. We got the Raiders
Monday night, do we?
We got the Raiders coming up on. We got the Raiders coming up on the 10th. We got the Packers on the 17th, and then we got Tampa Bay on the 24th. And then we got the 49ers on Halloween. And that might be the Steelers on the 8th. We got.
I think that is Steelers on Monday night.
Yeah, that's what I said. The Steelers.
Yeah, because the 8th is that's a Monday night. So we got the Steelers.
It's not gonna be easy for us, Sean. It's not gonna be easy.
Oh, that's gonna be easy.
I'm talking about the whole schedule. Man, I'm telling you, that schedule
that schedule was hard, Phil.
Look, I'm still giving us 10 games.
We got the Raiders
right now.
We got the Raiders. We got the Packers. Yeah. And we got the Buccaneers over the course of the next 3 weeks.
Lord Jesus.
And then after that, we play the 49. I'm thinking I'm gonna be honest with you. The Raiders I'm worried about. The Packers not so much. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't really worried so much about the Buccaneers.
Listen, we win Sunday. We win Sunday. we getting those other two.
Yeah.
We got to get over this hump on against the Raiders because the Raiders gonna come with it. They come with it every team they playing.
Yeah.
And
that quarterback Carr ain't no joke.
He on my fantasy.
Carr
He's a gun.
Look, let me tell you something.
Carr is a gun. I got him as my quarterback.
Carr is that dude, man.
He sure is. Carr is that dude, and he got Josh Jacobs as his running back. That dude is a monster.
Yeah, you do.
I got him as my fantasy running back.
Right now, the Raiders are sitting at 3-1.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Bears sitting at what?
What's up them Chiefs though, y'all?
2-3?
They lost against. Let's see. They only lost against the Chargers. They lost 28-14 against the Chargers, and that was yesterday. They lost against.
What's going on with Kansas City though, Mike? What's wrong with them?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, but Kansas City ain't.
I don't know what's going on with them, man.
I thought for sure if anybody. Let me tell you something. I wasn't too. I just knew for sure that after last year in the Super Bowl, that Kansas City was going to come back and they was going to be ready.
Almost run the table.
Right.
I'm glad they're not.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little worried about them. Look, the Raiders lost to the Dolphins though. They lost to the Dolphins in overtime.
Yeah, that would never happen again.
And the crazy part is that I remember some of that game because I think the Dolphins came out in the first quarter scoring like 14. And then they shut them down the next two quarters. But yeah, man. So we got the Raiders coming up, and then we got Tampa Bay, and we have Green Bay first, and then Tampa Bay. I'm actually not worried so much about Tampa Bay. I'm really not. I'm not really concerned.
For some reason, I'm not worried about them either.
Yeah,
For some reason, they don't scare me.
I know it's Brady and everything, but whatever.
Yeah, they don't scare me, man.
The only thing I worry about Tampa Bay is they know who they are and what they got.
Right.
Yeah. But that defense haven't been showing up the last couple of games.
Defense haven't been showing up, and they got a lot of people that's out right now too.
Yeah.
But just like last year when they won the Super Bowl, they started out slow, and then that second half of the season, that's when they started. That's when they started picking up.
They like we the Super Bowl champs when they took off.
49ers right now, they're 2-2.
And see, that's a good thing about it. We're 2-2. I take 2-2 over 0-4 any day.
Yeah.
Or 1-3. So we still in the race, y'all. We still in the race.
Yeah, I'm just glad we got back to 500. I was a little, like, come on, man, we can't go out like that. So, I am, to be honest with you, excited for the team. Fields look really promising. I'm expecting big things from this guy, man. And to be honest with you, I do agree with you guys with not taking him out because I think he has to get more into a rhythm with the team.
Mm-hmm.
And the more he plays, I believe the more of a rhythm he's going to get into.
That's the way he'll get the rhythm.
Yep. And you're going to see, I really believe that you're going to see this young man pulling off some stuff that we ain't seen in Chicago in a while. Well, we saw some of that Sunday.
Oh, Sean, you hear Mike, Sean?
We haven't.
Mike?
We haven't seen it in a while. Let's just be honest. I mean, Mitch Trubisky.
Mike gonna go get a number 1 Bears jersey.
No, I ain't going through all that. I
mean, don't mess it up. I ain't going.
Right.
I ain't
going that far.
And
let me leave that alone.
We need to do a Bears game.
Yeah, you know what I want to do, man. I want us. I don't know if we can do a game, but hey, if we can meet up somewhere, because I know my wife love her some. She love her some football. Why don't we take the wives out?
Love that too.
Take the wives out and do like a BW3 or something, man. Get a sports bar to go to.
I know several, and we could talk offline, but I know several we can go to, man, and you know what I'm saying, and just go enjoy a game. It's a spot out here by me.
Okay.
And I can tell you guys about it, man. We could watch a Bears game.
Yeah, that'd be
Now,
dope.
we should have planned. We actually should have planned it for this week because it's a later game. That would have been dope.
Yeah.
But
But we can definitely do that, man. I think that'll be cool. All right, man. I think that's good for right now, man. Who we got coming up? We got
the Raiders.
Raiders this Sunday.
Raiders.
I don't even know why I'm asking. Who you got this Sunday? Who you got this Sunday, Phil?
You know what I'm going with, man. Bear down.
You going with the Raiders?
Bear down. Ain't got a doggone thing to do with you. Almost made me cuss. Ain't got a doggone thing to do with race. Bear down.
I know Sean got the Bears. I am going to go with the Bears this week. And
I got them +3 too.
And I'm gonna go as far as saying I think Williams is gonna get over 100 yards this game.
I can see that.
I saw when he came in from Montgomery.
Yeah,
he looked real good.
I'm calling it.
But we got to keep our spirits up if Dalton starts Sunday.
Yeah.
Dalton better not start Sunday, man.
Our spirits would be let down.
That would be crazy if Nagy decides to start Dalton Sunday.
And he gonna get ran out of Chicago.
I would be if he did that. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to start a campaign to bring Lovie Smith back. I promise you, I will.
Know,
I'm going to start a Me Too movement.
bring the Lovie movement. That's what I'm gonna start, man. Look, we got to how many playoffs since we got to the Super Bowl with Rex Grossman with Lovie Smith, man. Come on.
Yep. Well, if Lovie had this team, boy, he'll be so man.
Yeah, I'm
just think that defense will be tip top.
I'm gonna give me a T-shirt that say "Bring back Lovie."
Yep.
Oh my goodness. All right, man. Well, look, that's it for us. Listen, Bear Nation, we are looking forward to this game. Raiders, Bears, Sunday. Get ready to bear down as we continue this trek.
Bear down.
2-2,
also,
man. Williams, I'm calling it right now. Williams over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, and I'm calling Fields. He's gonna throw for over 200, no interceptions this game. I'm putting it out there right now.
I hope Fields start.
Don't mess us up, Nagy. Don't mess us up, Nagy.
Man, let's hope his headset is not working this week.
Hey, Mike, like we said, his headset he had the caption on. He was in another language. And he thought he was talking.
He was watching Brady. Like, how come he's not listening? Dude, that's not Brady. That's
They had that dude headset in French.
It was in Russian.
Yeah. and he's like, let's go, let's run it. And he think he's running a Russian play. Yeah. Nagy, your headset better not work for Sunday.
Man, let's hope it don't. All right, y'all. We up out of here. We appreciate y'all stopping by. This is Moving the Chains. I'm your boy Mike. That's Sean, and that's Phil. On behalf of my guys, listen, y'all get 2 fingers to the side. Holla at your boys, because we out.
Peace out.